Alright everybody, it's finally happened. The Metal Hand of God podcast has finally got an online merch store. It's located at teepublic.com. That's right, teepublic, T-E-E, public.com. Go there, to their website, type in MHOG, and a variety of art designs will pop up, where you can put them on t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, pandemic masks. That's right, we also have pandemic masks. The new fashion accessory for the year 2020 into 2021. We have wall art, notebooks, mugs, pillows, pins, you name it. Hey, you want stickers? Magnets? How about a phone case? That's right, you can get an MHOG phone case just by going to teepublic.com. A variety of sizes and colors, and the quality is hands down the best you're gonna find. That's right, MHOG merch store at teepublic.com. You're part of the family. Might as well really be part of the family and grab yourself an MHOG tee at teepublic.com. Thanks for listening to the MHOG podcast and for all your support through the years. We want to see those t-shirts outside, so go to TeePublic, order your MHOG merch today. teepublic.com.
Welcome back to the Metal Hand of God podcast. I am your host, Wayne, and with me today is the one, the only
Josh, a.k.a. Jab Leone.
And today we have a returning guest, the incredible Professor Fuzz. What's up, guys?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, man. Good. You know, like we were talking. It's funny that these people don't know that we were talking for like 15 minutes earlier, and we've already, you know, said how everything's going and all that good stuff. But still, they don't know. So
that's true.
How's it going?
Well, man, we're in Dallas. We had hail today.
Hail? What the
fuck? Hail, yeah.
That's crazy.
So that was some exciting Dallas weather. The dogs are napping behind us and snoring, so, you know, depending on how sensitive the microphone is, we may catch some of that in the podcast.
Well, I'll make sure not to call it names. That was a horrible joke.
It's Cricket and Monk.
Yeah, y'all can kick me out of the group. It's all right.
It's okay. You're good. You're good. You're good. So, what you guys been up to since last time we talked, man? It's been a while. It's actually been a year. Yeah, I went back and looked, and it's been a whole year since you guys have been on.
Yeah, so I think last time we talked, we'd released the Curb and Streetman Sugar Bride Blues record.
Yes.
And we were getting ready to go on tour that summer. And we had two tours booked for the summer of 2019. And one of them we had to cancel a bunch of dates because Marin's father passed away unexpectedly.
Oh, man. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, thanks. The day before we were supposed to head east. And so we ended up driving west to Utah and Idaho for the funeral. And in fact, the last time that we made it to New Orleans was the last scheduled night of that first tour.
Oh, wow.
where did we play? We played Checkpoint Charlie's
Yeah.
that night with Hex Wyndham and Bad Moonlander and something Face.
Something face.
Something face.
Now I
I
can't
can't-
remember.
Is it a local band?
Yeah, another local band, and I have to go back and look at the thing.
Something
and I'm gonna embarrass myself on the podcast by not remembering the band name.
Oh man.
But that was supposed to be like the final night of a 9-day run, and it ended up being the 9th night of a 1-day run. But we regrouped for a month and then made another run up the Midwest. And I don't know, another 9 or 10 days of that. Played a bunch of local and regional shows in the first part of 2020, and we're all geared up in March to head east again. And I think we had Homa on the agenda for that tour, and like the plague hit, and so we ended up canceling that run the day before we were going to set out. And as it turned out, we kind of watched venues and cities locking down. It's like, oh crap, that would have been like the night we were supposed to be in Chapel Hill, and they just closed everything down. And oh well, I just see that Birmingham is on lockdown, and we would have been there tonight if we hadn't been sitting here in Dallas.
That's crazy. You guys are watching your tour. It's more like the tour of all the venues closing.
Yeah, I think we had another 9 days booked for that run in March, and I think only one of the 9 shows went on without us.
Wow.
Then we came home and watched the world from our windows for months now.
Yeah, it's been pretty freaking insane. I mean, from COVID to the insanity in Washington to protests and firebombs, and I was like, can this year get any more screwed up?
I know, and unfortunately, we've turned the odometer. The calendar is now 2021, but we're not in really that much better of a place.
No.
With only maybe the hope that we've got some adults in charge at this point, and that we can get the car out of the ditch and get back on the road.
I doubt it, but there's always hope.
Is there?
No, really, it really isn't. I'm just trying to be optimistic. Goddamn.
Yeah, everything's bleak. Okay, this is 2021. All right,
we're
we're not doing positivity here.
Your feigned optimism, though. But man, we had big plans for 2020, as did a lot of people. And back in January of 2020, we were in the studio. We made a new record. Worked with a new engineer, a new mastering engineer on a new record label. We were all set to drop this thing in June, which we ended up doing, and then we've been having to promote a new album through live streams.
Yeah, that was another weird thing, the weird turning point with 2020 was like everyone trying to resort to live streams, which is fine, and I think it's really a good idea people had, but the same people who have been doing this, I'm not knocking anybody, I'm just saying this, but you guys have been putting out free YouTube videos for years. And why would somebody pay to watch you play when they could just go watch it for free on YouTube?
Well, and we used to pop onto Facebook, on random Saturday or more often than not Sunday night.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, here's an hour of us playing. And we'd chat with people in the comment section, and never charged anybody.
Yeah,
Great.
So the upside is when lockdown hit, and we were supposed to be on tour. Actually, it was like the first Saturday night of the tour. It's like, all right, well, let's just do a spontaneous go back on Facebook.
Hell yeah.
And we did that, and over the course of the last 10 months, we rearranged our practice space a little bit. We upgraded some lighting, and we've been continuing to do free live streams either on Facebook or on Twitch.
Very cool.
And bringing in friend bands from, all over the country, and sort of curating multi-band live stream shows.
That's cool.
And again, doing them for free because, like you said, why is anybody going to pay to watch this? And particularly when it's not, a professional production, we're not renting out Babylon and have your sound guy and your light guy and 3 guys with cameras and a video engineer who can do cool cuts and stuff. I got the phone set up on a tripod and we're playing in our garage.
But you know what, man? It's, to be all honestly, I prefer things like that, to fancy cuts and all the glitz and glamour because I mean when you watch a live show, like I remember as a kid, I always liked finding cool live like covers from bands that I enjoyed, and I got that because of like one of my favorite singers of all time is Mike Patton from Faith No More, and the dude does so much shit. Like he's got like 40 billion projects, and then every time he plays live, he does these weird ass covers, and the only way you can get them is if someone had a recording device or a cell phone, So I kind of like that. I've always had a thing for like the live bootleg sound, I thought that was really cool. But like I'm not saying anything about you guys or local people doing live shows and trying to get stuff out there. I'm talking about like guys who are multi-millionaires that are like, okay, let me do a live show so I can get more money.
Yeah.
And now if they're donating that stuff to like the rigging guys and stuff that they use for their shows, that's fantastic because that's awesome. But if they're just doing it to like get all their fans amped up and some more money for them, I think that's kind of why would you do that?
Totally agree. No, I've seen a few big name people who have done pay-per-views with the money going to various organizations, and that seems totally legit. But yeah, I couldn't. We put up a link. Here's our PayPal. Here's our Venmo. If you want to throw $5 in our digital tip jar, we appreciate that. But really, man, go to our Bandcamp page and buy this record that we can't bring to your town.
Yeah, and see, and I can appreciate something like that. I think that's really awesome. I in fact, one of these days I'm gonna monetize this fucking podcast. I don't know. And the problem is, I don't know how. Like, I've been giving it away for 600 episodes. How the fuck am I going to make somebody pay for it now?
It's easy, Wayne. Sell feet pics. That's the way to do it these days.
You really?
Why? Why not?
Do I have to do a OnlyFans now?
No.
I was just going to suggest, man, the metal hand of God on OnlyFans.
Yeah. There you go. See, thank you. I'm glad I'm not the only one with this idea.
That would be an interesting OnlyFans, and I guarantee you it would be very weird.
Yeah.
Well, duh. I mean, I wouldn't expect
we set up a Patreon, and we have like four people who send us $5 a month, and we dig into the live recording archive. I mean, I'm a historian by training, and it's my day job, and so I'm sort of an archival pack rat. And we've played over 200 shows in the last 6 years,
nice.
And I have a recording of almost every one of them.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
So for our Patreon people, at $5 a month, every month I go into the archive and I pull a live show and I pull photos and digital art from it, and I write up an account of what this night was about. For December we made some special T-shirts that were only for the Patreon patrons, and
nice.
Just trying to find little ways like that of making some of the money that we would have made at a merch table. Playing a local gig or a gig in New Orleans or Memphis or wherever, some of the places that we used to get to regularly before the play.
And that's kind of the idea I had too. Like if you guys donate $1 every episode you hear or whatever, I'll send you something, or a sticker or some patches or whatever, some little odd end things that I could figure out. It's just trying to figure it out right now what I want to do with that. But I mean, it's not going to be like if you don't pay for it, you don't get to listen kind of thing.
Exactly. It's more of a throw me a little bit of money and we'll throw you some thank yous.
Yeah, if you like us, cool. I've even got to the point. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say we were also really lucky in that the whole band was locked down together.
Well, that's true. That's true, huh? Y'all,
convenience.
That is very. And you see, what was cool for us with the podcast was we actually stepped up our programming because of the fact we were locked down. Because I was out of work for a month, and my co-host Rum was also out. He was out of work for a long time, and then we ended up getting Josh, which Josh has only been on for what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks now, Josh.
Yeah, roughly. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been on the show before. But
Yeah. But I mean, as like, you know, officially part of the show and kind of shit, you know.
Yeah. Well, it was just like, yeah, by the way, we have a new host that's going to help us out. And I'm like, oh, thanks. I'm good. Glad to know, you know, this last minute. You announced it on the show.
You're you're hosting now. What? What the fuck?
Yeah. LOL, what's happening?
No.
And you got to bring the pizza.
Yeah. And then your pizza. No, but you know, so what we did with the show was we started doing other things. Like we have MHOG podcast shorts, which are like little 10-minute shorts about one subject that me and some random guest or somebody else will just talk about for 10 minutes. And we just cut them out.
At first I thought you were talking about like hot pants or little gym shorts or something.
We have those too.
There's your Patreon merch right there.
We could have them little shorts, and it's like these little tiny. Yeah, that's great. Daisy Dukes with our faces on the ass. I can't really do that though, because my kid's the one who made the theme song for that, so it would make me feel terrible by doing that.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time you felt terrible for something about your kid. It probably won't be the last. So, at 5 years old, trust me, you've got a lifetime of feeling terrible about your kid.
Man, tell me about it, dude. Holy crap. Yeah, I got a funny story, and he's probably going to kill me when he gets to be old enough to listen to this. When he was at school this past week, and he doesn't like school. And at 5, I'm just thinking to myself, fuck, he don't like school at 5. I can imagine what it's going to be like when he's 15. But anyway, so he's at school, and my wife gets a text from his teacher saying that Wayne peed himself. And he told her he did it on purpose so he could go home.
Man, that's Ted Nugent level stuff right there.
Yeah, he is so damn smart. It's ridiculous. She's like, why'd you do that? Because he had went to the bathroom, came back, and then stood there and peed on himself. He's like, nah, fuck this. I'm going to go home. I'm like, oh, you little sack of shit. But she went and got some clothes that they had, put them on him, and he had to stay at school. So I was like, I said, you learned. Just because you pee on yourself don't mean you get to go. So God only knows.
They had made Ted Nugent go to Vietnam.
That's right. So yeah, that was some next level shit there. I didn't even think about that as a kid.
That's awesome.
Yeah, if you say so.
He was thinking it through, but he didn't quite have the whole picture. He didn't know what was in the closet.
Right. He wasn't sure. Like, he's thinking to himself, if I wet myself, that means they gotta call my parents. They gonna come get me. Yes.
So wait a minute. So if I shit my pants, this means I wouldn't have to do the podcast right now, right?
No, you'd have to sit in it and still do it.
God damn it! Thought I can get out of it.
Nope. Sorry, dude. You're stuck. And you probably shit your pants anyway.
Listen, okay. It feels comfortable.
Right. It's warm. It's cozy.
Right. It adds more cushion. You know what? I'm done. I'm about to eat. I don't need to be talking about this.
Oh my God! So you guys living in Dallas and all that good stuff. So everything is pretty crazy out there still, or what?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now the Rona numbers are through the roof as they are everywhere, and crazy.
So you guys don't have anything open, or is like you're like phase what? What, like if you had a phase to pick through?
No, I don't know what's in fact closed. I think bars and restaurants are either operating at 50 or 75% capacity. I think we may be at 50% capacity right now because there's no ICU beds available, and so we've gone into whatever the red zone is.
Right.
But the red zone then means like everyone can go. You know, you can have half of the number of people in the bar instead.
Right. I think my favorite is the curfew. Like the fucking Corona comes out after 10 o'clock or something, right? You know, it's like, okay, we gotta close everything at 11, okay, guys? So the scary Corona doesn't come out and get you after 11 o'clock.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much of, you know, what they've tried to do to mitigate this that just doesn't make any sense. And you know, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, midnight. I mean, this argument didn't work with my mom and curfew when I was 15, right?
Amen. Amen.
And that's the same point I'm trying to make, is like, these guys are, it's just ridiculous, man. I mean, it's like, what does that mean? Does, like, seriously, is it like the witching hour? Do we mutate? I don't understand. Is it like, what is it, Gremlins? If we feed them after midnight, it's too late?
Bro, listen, some chicks on Bourbon Street does look like gremlins after midnight. I'm just saying.
Well, I gotta warn you, man. They probably looked like it beforehand, and you know, it's just worse now.
I mean, probably. Now, you want to say Mog why, but you actually want to say Mom why you look like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, why does it look that bad? Girl, take a rest, drink some water, sit down for a little bit.
Oh, that's bad, bro.
Yeah. But you know, we got small businesses and bars and restaurants and people who are really struggling, and then you've got big businesses and corporations who took the relief money that was meant for the small businesses, and you know, things that could have been done to help normal people and real legit small businesses haven't happened. Yeah. And so I totally get why people are open and
losing their shit. Yeah, I completely understand.
And I think in terms of, you know, people's mental health, you know, we opened stuff up, you know, a month before we needed to, back before Memorial Day, and we've been losing the battle ever since. Yeah. We had made a lot of ground, and then we just opened the floodgates before it was ready.
And I think there's a lot to do with, like, it's not so much to do with the mask mandate, which, I mean, it's, in my personal opinion, I think it's a good idea. But what I think it's a lot of people just not really giving a shit. And if they get it, they go into their family's household and they give it to everybody at home, and everybody, you know, it's just that kind of thing. I think it's like you know, for holidays, I think that's where we got our big peaks for holidays.
Well, and it's just, you know, one heartbreaking story after another. Yeah. Somebody who was asymptomatic, didn't know they had it, went home, and now, you know, dad, who's been fighting cancer but doing fairly well, is now being pulled off of life support. Yeah. Or, I mean, you know, we're fortunate that the you know, the two cases that we know of in our family, we've gotten over without, you know, anything major, at least in the short term. But I've got a lot of friends that weren't so fortunate. You know, and people that have lost parents and siblings, and you know, and for people to not care about what's happening to somebody else has been one of the more disturbing outcomes of this whole pandemic.
Yeah, it's like I said before, man, it's been a really wild year, and honestly, it's been an eye opener for a lot of things. You know, it just goes to show you, like, the mentality of people, you know?
Yep.
And, like, to me, it's more of I'm more worried about me than I'm worried about anybody else. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's how I live my life.
Well, yeah, we know that, Josh. Fucking go and get a pizza.
Yeah, I'm not sharing either. It's all mine.
I was going to say, and you could at least sent me some pizza, or, you know, at least offered our guests some.
Hey, you guys want some? Because I'm not giving shit to Wayne.
Yeah, we'll split a slice here. Just slide it through the Skype for us.
That's right. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Boy, one day that'll happen. That'd be weird.
Oh, that would be weird.
It's like Star Trek times.
Well, I mean, yeah, think about the advances that we have. I mean, you know, 20 years ago, this would not have been possible.
Yep.
I mean, you know, I can see you guys straight on my screen, and like, beforehand, that was all on TV and only on TV, you know, like Star Trek with the when they call up and they popped on the screens. Yeah. You know, and it was just, it's pretty freaking crazy. I always said that, as like, if my dad was here, like, what kind of shit would he be thinking? Because my dad was a tech guy. He loved all the new gadgets and stuff, and he'd be the guy buying the $17,000 iPhone 70 or whatever. It's okay, we don't need the house. I was like, shut up, Dad.
We can make a virtual house with this Sims program.
right. He was the guy who bought the CD player when it was $5,000, But that was my dad. But
and when was the last time you carried an extra quarter around in case you needed to make a phone call?
For real.
Damn,
What's
that's way throwback now.
What's a quarter?
Yeah. Sorry, we're not taking cash anymore at this drive-through.
Yeah, no more cash.
Apple Pay only. Yeah.
Yeah. You can either Apple Pay or Venmo.
Yep.
And,
well, that's the other thing we've learned is how limited our late night food options are in the North Dallas suburb that we live in.
No, we don't even need to talk about that. I'm so upset right now. There's so much food to be in my stomach, and it's not happening.
I know. One of our favorite places is a Middle Eastern buffet.
Oh man!
And I hope they survive this, but I'm not going into a buffet right now. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't think buffets are gonna last. I think there's a couple. Well, you know what I've seen? I'll tell you what I've seen. There was we went to recently. We went to a casino for my birthday because my wife wanted to get some what was it? Snow crab. So and over there they do like this big huge crab buffet type thing. So we went over there, and what was cool about the buffet was it's still buffet style, except instead it's more of like cafeteria where you stand there, they give you a plate, you don't pick one up, they give you one, and they put the food on prior to you getting the plate. So it's just like they handle everything and then you get it. So you're not like actually sticking your hands in getting the tongs and all the other shit. So it was actually pretty sterile kind of situation.
Yeah, no, that's the only way to do it. I'm not sticking my hand in after the guy 6 feet in front of me.
This was funny, man. We were standing in line, all right, and we were all talking, and the line Nazi comes up to us and is like, "You must be 6 feet apart." I'm like, "Wait a minute. We're all together. It's okay. We came in the same car, and we didn't wear a mask in the car. So I think we're fine wearing a mask and being together on the spot." And as she is yelling at us about standing there, there is a gentleman with no mask on standing by the, it's probably about 8 feet or 10 feet away from us, by the gaming machines, coughing and then sticking his hands on the machine. And I'm going, wait a minute, you worried about us standing in line when they got this dude over here?
Yeah, grab the bleach and go hose that guy down.
It was funny, man. I was like, this is some stupid shit. Oh. So, you said all three of you guys, it was 3 people in the band, correct?
Correct.
All right. Where's the third member? What happened?
He's upstairs. He's our son.
I know. I was going to say typical kids. God. How old is he?
26.
26? Okay, all right. God, damn children.
So, not a little boy anymore, but
no, and he's actually close to finishing a public health degree.
Oh,
which
wow.
Ironically it happens to be in epidemiology, which seems kind of relevant now.
Wow, that's pretty good. That's pretty awesome. So you guys have been stranded together. Has it made the family tighter, or has it made the family want to choke each other?
We upgraded Wi-Fi, which helped a lot.
Yeah, we'd been running on about a 11 or 12-year-old router, and so we upgraded the router, and we've got now faster Wi-Fi speed. And in the spring he was doing classes from home, and our daughter works for a large automotive and travel company doing phone support. And so they sent her home. So she was running a call center in the living room. Our son was doing online school in the kitchen. Marin was teaching classes upstairs from the bedroom, and I was teaching classes from down here in the garage. So,
nice.
Damn.
We tested the limits of the Google Nest system. But yeah, for the most part, it hasn't been it's been a lot more time together than normal.
Than ever before.
And I guess we've had some moments, usually regarding the lack of available options for food.
Nice.
What do you want to eat? What do you want to eat? I don't know. I don't know.
So tired of eating.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing too. Is like you get to the point where you're like, I don't want to fucking eat no more. It's like this. That's all we do now. Is we just sit here. Eat. It's like the movie WALL-E. We don't move. We just sit there and order food and just sit nothing.
You said we sit here and eat? What are you talking about? I've been trying to sit here and eat, but no, I'm over here on the podcast. Let my pizza get cold.
Oh, please. You know you've been eating it while the whole time we were on the damn show.
Dude, I had one bite. That was it. I can't wait.
Come on.
Dude, listen to me. I'm going to sit down, watch some Netflix, probably watch a sappy movie, cry for a little bit, and just be mad at you because you made me wait an hour till I can have my pizza. I'm not mad at the guests. I'm mad at you, Wayne. Okay?
Hey, look. You knew you had to be on here for 6:30. No one told you to order fucking pizza.
My stomach did.
Oh, well, I'm sorry your stomach was lying to you.
No, the stomach has a lining. It's a major difference, okay?
Speaking of movies and stuff, I watched a film last night called Six Underground. If any of you guys have seen that, I was actually pretty blown away by it. It's a movie with Ryan Reynolds in it, and it's very, very, very good. It's about 6 people who are fake their deaths, basically, and they all decide to become ghost operatives and go and help a country stage a coup to take over the dictator. And it's super good. I was floored by this film. What
is it again?
Six Underground, I think it's called.
What is it on?
Netflix. It's on Netflix.
Okay.
It's on Netflix. Six Underground. You should watch it. I guarantee you'll really like it. Sorry, I just went on a tangent there about this movie because it just... Josh said sappy movie, and I was like, oh, that's so cute. I watched a good one last night. Anyway.
Oh,
that's
what survived lockdown was Netflix.
Yeah. Yeah, Netflix was a lifesaver. And I guarantee you their stock went up. Between Netflix, Hulu, and then now HBO Max or whatever it is
Max is killing it.
Yeah, like they're like, okay, since no one can go to the movie theaters, let's just make them come straight here. Why would I want to go to the theater anymore? Now you can put the movies right in my house.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I was telling a prior guest, I want to say it was Paul Taylor. Paul Taylor was the gentleman who played Pinhead on Hellraiser, or one of the movies. And he was on, and I think we were talking about, the fact that films are no longer going to be in theaters or however. It may be in theaters, it may not. And I'm thinking to myself, wow, my kid won't be able to take a chick to the movie. I'm thinking to myself, he's going to grow up with he's going to be like, what is that, Dad? Come on. We're watching a movie right here on my phone. It's like,
yeah. Here, listen. Come sit on the porch and watch my iPad.
Yeah. We can pretend it's a drive-through, kid. Look, drive-in. Like, you can sit in the car. We'll put an iPad on the back of the seat, and y'all can just sit there and hang out. We can all watch something different. How cool!
That's not a bad idea,
right?
We've got people doing like drive-in shows these days.
They are. The band Guar actually did a drive-in tour. They did like 3-4 dates. They went around to different drive-ins to do shows, which I thought was cool.
A venue up here that's taken, they take over their parking lot once a month or something like that and set up a big drive-through or drive-in kind of a deal, and they'll screen a movie and they'll have a couple of bands, and
that's so cool. I would love to do something like that out here, but I don't know where we would be able to.
Yeah, I mean, it's been interesting looking at the creative ways that people have tried to improvise. Both the performers and the venues and so forth, and just people scratching, trying to keep art and music going.
Well, eventually when all the doors reopen, it's going to be like a damn waterfall of stuff. People, like, multiple new albums will be hitting the market, and everybody's going to be like, look, all this stuff. And then the problem is we're going to have like 25% less venues by that time because everybody's going to be shut down, and it's going to be feast, like it's going to be feast or famine for a lot of places.
And I just imagine that booking in the immediate post-plague era is going to be a weird thing. With
it already
fewer
is,
venues and people itching to get back out on the road again. Being able to book a coherent tour that I've got X nights on the road and I'm looking for that many gigs, and ideally we'd like to not have to double back for 8 hours to get from point A to B to C.
Right.
And I just it's going to be lots of people scrambling for some pretty scarce resources. But one hopes that audiences are not going to just click, I'm interested in coming to this event, and that they'll in fact show up.
Yeah. That's also another hard thing about the new age of promotion and things like that. Because I remember as a kid, we had to put flyers on poles and hand out flyers and do things like that. And it's kind of funny is like back then, you didn't even know who was going to come to the show. It's like, something might happen, they might come, but you'd have more people show up than you do now. It has like all these going or interested. Like, okay, this is how I look at it. When you look at a event page on your Facebook page, look at it, and if there's 40 people that say they're coming, you might as well say about 20. Like, cut it in half. Cut it in half right away. Because either they'll forget about it or something comes up or something like that. But
Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix and chill, baby. This movie came out on HBO Max, man. Man, a movie is only an hour and a half to 2 hours long. Come on.
It's on my phone.
Right, you can bring the movie with you. But it has been a weird way, like you were saying with booking, is like, because every year we do a thing called the Unholy Nights Festival at Babylon, and it's every Friday and Saturday night in February. It's really hard to book bands right now because a lot of people are either afraid, of getting in groups or playing inside and things like that. Usually we do 4 bands a night or 4 acts a night. Some will have 3, some has 2, some has 4. So it's kind of a weird, thing, but we're going to go with it. Fuck it. We're not going to miss it. This will be year 6 that we do it. And, so hopefully it turns out all right.
And I think you mentioned that Babylon now has outdoor staging and, yep.
Yeah.
Again, you got to do the things you can to keep everybody safe. And, we've had people asking, when are you guys going to play out again? It's like, well, when we get vaccinated, because we've got some high risk people in the band.
Right.
And, don't want to take those risks personally, and would feel awful if an event that we were part of ended up as a super spreader event, and somebody that we knew that was one of our friends or our fans ended up getting sick and or dying from coming out.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. It's a whole lot of mess which you got to take into consideration.
Yeah.
Well, you talk about me again?
Yeah, we always talk about you. You know that.
Aw.
I was talking sweet about you.
Wait, you ain't got to.
If you haven't noticed, he's very special.
Dude, what the fuck? Did we not talk about my intelligence on the show already?
What? I said you were special.
I know what that means. Okay.
Oh.
I read it on Facebook. You're being mean. You're being a jerk.
I am not being a jerk.
See, this would be the time that we would cut to commercial and play the Pretenders or something. Little brass in pocket.
Oh
yeah, I'm gonna be a pretender, all right. I'm gonna pretend that Wayne doesn't exist right now. Okay.
Fuck off. Well, why don't we tell everybody out there, guys, where they can find your music, and that way, if people are really interested in going check you guys out, there you go.
Well, the one-stop shop is our website, which is pf63.net. And on that first page, you scroll down a little bit, then all the relevant links are there. So our Facebook link, our Bandcamp link, our YouTube channel, our Twitch channel, our Patreon, if you want to get in on goodies from the PF63 archive. So pf63.net is, again, like sort of the central clearinghouse. I mean, we've got stuff all over everywhere. Bandcamp is our store. And so you can get our music there either in download or if you like CDs or vinyl. We've even got cassettes of our Owls record for sale. What else do we have? We've got T-shirts. We've got our original artwork by the Redhead here. Original band artwork. I know, Wayne, you have a refrigerator in your house?
I do.
We have magnets.
What?
I'm about to say, this is a weird segue. I gotta see where this goes. We have a refrigerator in our house. We got ice trays. You know?
Gosh, do you have keys?
We do.
We have a keychain that looks like it was stolen from a motel.
Yes.
Oh my god. My god.
I think,
sign me up.
I know.
This is what you would get from me on stage anyway, right? At some point, if I remember to pimp the merch, I'll ask somebody, do you have a refrigerator? We've got a magnet. We've got a key fob.
I've that was the one thing I hated to do on stage. Like, everybody's like, dude, don't forget to talk about the shirts we got. I'm like, man, ain't nobody worried. They know we got a merch table. They just go over there.
Dude, that's why I'm so happy to be my own boss now. So since you guys probably don't know, the reason why I say Jab Leone is because I do hip hop now, and I don't have to answer to anyone. If I fuck up, that's my own fault. I'm like, damn, that just sucks to be me. That's it. And I just go home. That's it. Nothing else. I don't have to hear my fucking bass player getting mad at me.
It's my wife and my son reminding me that I fucked up. So it's all good.
Well, listen, that's the reason why the wife is there, okay? Just saying,
Yeah.
No matter what, not even just for music. She's got to let you know when you're fucking up all the time.
She does the heavy lifting in so many regards.
Love that for her.
Keeping me in line, making sure that I'm doing all the driving, that whole thing.
Oh man, yeah, and it's I understand it's part of the part of your thing where you have to kind of push your merchandise or whatnot, and I'm just kind. I don't know, man. I was never the kind of guy to be like, hey, don't forget we got merchandise over there if you guys want it. Or even my other thing is, I know this is kind of dick, but I never ever out of all the years I've played music said, don't forget to tip your bartenders. If the motherfucker, no, if these motherfuckers don't want to tip you, I can't make them.
No, but you score a lot of points with the bartenders for just saying,
nah.
No wonder why you're getting these free drinks, you asshole.
Hey, I got plenty free drinks all the years we played, my friend.
What do the kids call it these days? Virtue signaling?
Yeah.
Reminding the crowd to tip the bartender is a form of virtue signaling. You're saying, hey, bartender, we're on the same page here, I
don't think I've ever. I may have. I can't say ever. I may have said it once, but I mean, like, honestly, I never. Of course, now don't get me wrong. Like, when we played shows, I was probably the drunkest out of everyone, so I probably don't remember half the fucking shit I said on stage. I've ended up naked on stage multiple times and had no idea.
I am trying to get that image out of my head right now.
This was years ago, man. This was years ago. I
have throw up in my mouth.
I have a friend who is a former host on the show who always said, he always says, I don't know who's seen your ass more, your mom or me, from trying to help me up or he used to sit there and when I would go out, he would come meet me out sometimes and he'd be like, okay, I'm going to go home. I said, go ahead, I'm good. He said, you got to ride home? Nope. He's like, all right. Well, then he would stay until I finally got home to make sure I was not dead. Oh, it was a very good friend. But he would walk in. Why
didn't you marry him instead?
Not my type.
Wow. Sounds like you're missing out. Okay, buddy?
Adam, you hear that? But no, I mean, I was really appreciative that he did that kind of stuff. But I always thought it was funny that he would always sit around and he'd tell me, man, last night, what? You showed me your balls again. I'm like, what? No, I didn't. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. So
if it's a good thing it was that long ago, it probably didn't end up like on YouTube or anything.
no,
So.
no. None of that stuff ended up on YouTube. We have very few videos of the band on YouTube, and or either band. And the second band, when I was playing in Breach, I was more sober in that band, so I never really drank. Actually, I don't think I ever for Breach. I don't think I ever drank. I think I was completely straight for that band, which was weird because of the shit I would say. But Resurrection Man, I'll put it this way: we played a show at the bar in Fat City, and it was a CD release show, and we only had 45 minutes worth of music. Okay, I promise you, we only had 45 minutes. We had two other bands that played in front of us. The house was packed. It was a good 150 to 200 people at the building, and we were getting ready to play, and we played 45 minutes worth of music for 2.5 hours because we were all trashed. And the people loved it. The whole place stayed full, and I fell off the stage 3 times. There's pictures of like every band member from all the other bands on stage with us because we covered Iron Maiden's Somewhere in Time, and everybody was up there singing with us. It was ridiculous. Like, we was completely retarded. But it was fun. It was a good time.
Sounds like a rock and roll moment.
Exactly. And that's what it was about. That's what it was about. I couldn't do that shit anymore, though. Right, Josh?
Man, why you always gotta bring me to your bullshit?
I'm just asking, man, right?
Okay, sorry, I have anger issues. What happened?
And pizza.
And pizza.
And pizza. Yeah, and pizza. Been waiting to enjoy.
You know, it's been fun, dude, catching up with you guys again. Is anything on the list that you guys want everybody to know, and before we get out of here?
Yeah, let me. We might as well pimp our stuff, right?
Hell yeah, do it.
Yeah, please do.
So
Please.
Back in June, we released our 4th full-length album. The record is called Owls, and it came out on the Sister Ray Gun Records label out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's available in red and black vinyl, cassette, and CD. Drink coasters.
2 videos on YouTube.
Yeah, when the record came out, we released 2 videos for it. The first single was kind of a trippy song called Nadine Codeine, and our friend Mr. Nick J. Brown from Richardson, Texas, did a suitably tripped out video for it. We probably should have put like a flashing light warning on the YouTube thing. So if you are prone to seizures, you might want to be careful with that one. And then we released a video for the title song, Owls, which was produced by Mr. Ryan J. Gill of the web cartoon The Other Ass. And
that sounds sexy.
If you're not familiar with The Other Ass, you should check it out. It's a sort of a music-oriented web cartoon series, and Ryan made a brilliantly stupid video for a song that is stupid, and I don't know, somebody else will have to decide whether the song is brilliant or not. But we're real happy with Nick and Ryan's work on the videos, and looking forward to, maybe sometime before this calendar year is over, being able to get out and play some shows for Owls. And bring our boxes of merch along and get rid of some of these records that have been piling up that we haven't been able to get out of the house. But if you want, a uniformed agent of the U.S. government to bring one to your doorstep, and go to our Bandcamp page. What else? And then in the meantime, we're writing songs. We've got pretty much. We may be 1 or 2 tracks shy of having another full-length record ready to go.
That's awesome.
So I think the plan is sometime here in 2021, when, again, things sort of calm down and we feel like we can safely get in the studio, we'll start working on that and have more boxes of records sitting around our house.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, when you guys get on track to doing another tour, you let me know, and I'll definitely book you guys. So don't worry, I got you guys in Metairie out here, so...
Sounds like a plan. We love getting down there, and It's always a fun time to play in Louisiana. You guys always show us a good time either in New Orleans. We've had fun in Homa. We've got good buddies up in Reston.
Nice.
We make the 4-hour drive across North Texas into and through the beautiful city of Shreveport as often as we possibly can, because people inexplicably like us in Reston.
Well, that's good. That's good. I mean,
So you don't turn your back on people who inexplicably like you.
No.
So we're gonna hold you to this, Wayne.
I got you guys. Don't worry. I got y'all. Anytime. Let's make this happen. Let's make this
And we'll
crazy.
share a pizza with Josh.
There you go.
Bless y'all. Bless y'all.
That's
Or
what.
not.
That's what we ought to do.
Share a table and have individual pizzas with Josh.
We'll sit there and have a pizza. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, it was really cool having y'all back on, man, and I'm glad you guys were able to do this. And hopefully we can get out of this funk soon and all actually get to hang out and be in person and stuff.
Yep. Well, mask up, mofo's. Be safe, and we'll get through this.
Yes, indeed.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Well, I was your host, Wayne.
And I am Josh, a.k.a. Jab Leone.
And those beautiful people were Professor Fuzz 63. And as always, remember to keep it metal!
Adam Story got a point if you let him explain. Mr. Pun of all puns, get a plan with Papa Wayne. Rum tapping the vein, and I'm minutes bringing pain. MHOG secreting, leaving a stain. You ain't as dope as us, bitch. Stay in your lane. Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah! Oh yeah!
Okay then. That's it.